I'm here with Becky Pero, who's the Development Officer for Easter Seals Southeastern Ontario. Hi, Becky.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I was hoping to meet you under different circumstances. We here at Your TV have a long-standing relationship with Easter Seals, and we're looking forward to doing a telethon this year. And I had some ideas about promoting Camp Marywood, but times changed quickly, didn't they?
They sure did, and we're certainly experiencing that or feeling that within the organization. As fundraisers, it's a bit challenging to raise funds when you are unable to host events. And most of our events have been postponed for the foreseeable future. And we also, our children, our Easter Seals kids, they are part of the vulnerable population that we need to protect and keep safe.
Yeah, and the fundraising is affected by these sort of things, but the needs are not, right?
No, so we, Easter Seals is 100% like funds are raised through charitable donations, so there's no government funds. And it's of course challenging right now to raise those funds, and we still have approximately $1 million in equipment requests that our kids require to be safe and mobile in their own homes. And it's interesting that the isolation that we're experiencing now is similar to what Easter Seals kids experience in absence of that mobility equipment and accessibility equipment that they require.
That's definitely something to think about. So you are having to find new ways, different ways of fundraising. Tell me about one way that you've found out to do that.
Yeah, so challenging times cause us to be creative. And one of the campaigns that we've recently launched is called 21 Times Challenge. And it takes place on social media. So as an individual, you might post an activity that you've completed 21 times. And tag 3 other people on your platform of choice, and then go to the Easter Seals website, so easterseals.org/21 times to donate $21. And the campaign's been fairly successful so far. We've raised over $30,000. And it's been interesting to see people having fun with the challenge.
So this is just a little more detail about how the challenge works for those who may not be socially or social media aware. And you also mentioned that you can just go in and donate $21 too, right?
Sure, and we've been encouraging people, for those that aren't comfortable with social media or aren't comfortable posting an activity that they've completed, that they, all the videos are accessible through the Easter Seals Ontario Facebook page or Twitter accounts, and it's easy. There's options on YouTube too. Easter Seals has a YouTube channel, so you can collect a video there and then forward it to your family or friends to let them know about the challenge, and perhaps they'd be willing to participate or simply donate.
One of the things that there's $1 million worth of demands for equipment and resources, but one of the other things that you do that is really wonderful, and I had a chance to see it last year, is Camp Marywood. How is this going to affect that this year?
Yeah, so Easter Seals Ontario has 2 fully accessible camps, Marywood, as you mentioned, in Perth, Ontario, and Camp Wood Eden in London. And so camp has been suspended this year. It's the responsible, way forward. Our kids I think the Easter Seals kids are upset about that because it's an opportunity for them to be, to feel normal and to feel free. The camp is fully accessible and allows them to just to go about their days as like normal children would. And so I know the camp directors are preparing online activities. I know it's not a great replacement, but it will be something that will allow them to reestablish friendships that they've of people that they've met previously, or they'll have an opportunity for newbies to meet new friends. And then they're just, at camp, they're preparing for a bigger and better 2021 season.
I know one of the things that impressed me when I was there is that the camp counselors come from every corner of the world. There were several Aussies there that I met last year, and how's it affecting, do you think, these guys? I mean, they must be looking forward to 2021 as well.
Yeah, I know that was another consideration, is that the camp counselors, as you mentioned, come from various locations. So, without being sure that we would be able to have those camp counselors come back, that was another reason why it made sense to suspend. And I think, yeah, they're likely to be involved in some of these like the delivery of some of these online activities.
Cool.
Mhm.
Just turning to you for a moment, you just really started your new position here in southeastern Ontario recently.
Yeah.
What's it like to get thrown into the tempest right off the get-go?
Well, it was, I am familiar with the organization, and so it's a cause that I can speak to fairly easily. But it was, yeah, I felt like I was just with my head above water, trying to get through our campaign, March is Easter Seals Month. And then this came about. And so at minimum, we were able to finish the March is Easter Seals Month campaign. A lot of that happens online, and so we were prepared in that sense. But I do feel it's a bit tricky now, knowing steps forward, because we're always trying to be aware of what the governments are saying, and public health authorities, so that we're following their recommendations, and not putting people in jeopardy, but continuing to, raise awareness about the cause, and funding that mobility and accessibility equipment.
And I'll end with perhaps the most important question of all. How are you personally getting through this? How's your family doing?
We're okay. We're fortunate because we're able to, continue work. I have, a partner who gets to work out of the house, and my almost 5-year-old daughter is home. So that can sometimes be a bit challenging, managing or balancing those demands or those responsibilities. But we are very blessed, and I feel just we are just moment by moment, day by day.
Well, thanks, Becky. And keep in touch. Let me know if anything else comes up that you're wanting to let people know about in terms of fundraising, because it's a hugely important cause, both for the comfort of of your clients as well as for their mental well-being in terms of the camp. And so keep me posted, and hopefully we'll be able to talk again at the other end of this about where you're going forward.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you so much.